final video of my filming session. So Maike had another question. She says that some recovery coaches always talk about mental recovery. They say that you have to be self-loving and love your body before you can recover. They talk about trauma, release, and so on. What do you think about that? I find that very interesting and very important. I think for me, it goes into the same. In my opinion, you can start recovery at any time, really. You can start eating a lot, you can do whatever. But like for a true recovery, you really need to become, for sure, self-loving. You need to become kind of neutral about the way you look. Stop caring too much about what other people think and all of those topics. It depends. I mean, for me, my main focus was always, oh my God, what do those people think about my body? Do they think I'm fat? Do they think I have no self-control? Do they think whatever? And that might stem from whatever reasons. So for sure, if I would have not learned to accept myself the way I am, I would still be struggling because I don't look like a model now. I still very much have my imperfections. Like I still don't have defined lean legs. I still, I don't know. I still have wobbly arms. I still have cellulite. I hope I say it correctly. I still have a lot of things that are not ideal at all. And if I would have not learned to accept it, then I would still be struggling with food, because then you would think, but you know what, it's bothering me so much, why can I not just go on a diet for like a few weeks and then it's gonna be better? And you would always try to kind of improve something if you don't find acceptance and self-love. So that's for me, for sure, in kind of the second stage or third stage or whatever of recovery, you really need to work on your self-love together with kind of finding what you love about life, where you want to put your energy in. And for example, for me, I love I love thinking about kind of my future career. I love animals a lot. I love nature. So those are maybe the things I'm very passionate about and the things I want to spend my energy in. And before that, all my focus was on food and exercise and my body and calories. So you really need to think about what is actually my passion, what I'm here for, like the whole purpose. So you do get a little crisis. But that's just one part. As you say, trauma release. This is a hard one because I think it depends on your situation. For example, I never really had anything really bad happen to me. So for me, I don't think my ED came from trauma, but for other people, it definitely can come from a trauma. So if you want to recover, you also have to work on that trauma. But what I can say, I had this very intense recovery phase, like when my third and final attempt started, where I really was recovering. What happened? Oh, my mom wants to call me. I hope she doesn't call me. When my third attempt started, then I was in my room a lot. I was eating the whole time, and I thought a lot about my dad. It was because my parents divorced because of my dad. It just was always on my mind. I always cried about it. So it kind of resonates with me, this trauma release. I never thought about it that way. I rather kind of liked the explanation that once you have more energy again, you also have energy kind of to feel emotions. And for me, it was an emotion that I had, I don't know, for a few years had not really felt that crazy anymore. I was listening to a lot of kind of songs about like dad-daughter relationship and like a lot of those things, simply because I was so sad about it. And during this intense recovery phase, also had an intense session where I kind of relived all those bad emotions. So maybe that was trauma release, I could imagine. But yeah, for me, in the end, it was rather about me accepting myself, because there's always things that had happened to you. And so you need to learn how to be resilient, how to, have love for yourself no matter what. And if you achieve that, I think it also becomes easier for anything else. So for, stop caring what people think about your weight, the way you look. Stop caring about what people always keep saying about being healthy and blah blah blah. So yeah, for sure, self-love and all that is an important part. On the end of the trauma, it depends on your personal situation, as you said. I think what happens is just that you suddenly get so much energy. For me, also, it had been years since I could laugh so much. So it was the same with crying. It has been years since I was crying so much about things that had happened like 10 years ago. And so, yeah, it was also a beautiful time in the end to be able to cry so much, also out of joy with everything. I just lived a lot of emotions within the 3 months. It was crazy. It was also a time full of self-insecurity. I cried a lot thinking about, oh my god, next week I'm gonna meet my family. What are they gonna say? In 3 weeks I'm gonna see, I don't know, my best friend. What is she gonna think? Because I didn't tell anyone about my ED recovery. So yeah, it was just a lot of emotions and a lot of insecurities, and a big kind of path to learning how to accept everything, and me especially. So yeah, I hope that could help. And I wish you a lovely day. Bye.